Hey guys, it's Khoi. I got the new Staccato C4X in my hands, and we're going to quickly go over how this gun performs, the features of it. But before we get into that, I want to give a quick thanks to our sponsors. First one up is White Rabbit. User code khoi.pham.shoots for a discount on the drinks. Next is going to be Iron Mike's Guns. If you are in the Orange County area, definitely stop on by to utilize their range. And then they also have guns for sale. Next is going to be Surefire. Their lights and suppressors are bomb-proof. Definitely check them out. Industry standard. And then lastly, Save Your Bags. Good bags, good people over there. Definitely give them a shout and check out their stuff. So I have the Staccato C4X that was just released. This is a 4-inch comped 2011. This particular model comes with the X Series cut. It is optic ready. It has an accessory rail for your lights and lasers. It has ambidextrous safeties on here. It has a magwell. I believe the magazine button is interchangeable, so it is ambidextrous. And then it accepts Glock magazines, so that's a huge addition. We're going to put this thing through its paces. We have a couple of guns that we're going to compare it to, so we're going to see how it goes. This model, how it's kitted right now, without the optic and the light, obviously, is going for about $38.99 to $3,900, and we're going to see how this thing performs. Stay tuned. All right, guys. After putting some rounds through this guy, definitely say that it is very flat shooting. The compensator definitely does its work. It's great in the hands. Can't say enough good things about it. We're going to compare it against some other guns that we have here, but so far I'm really liking it. Again, it's super, super flat shooting. The 3-port comp that's on here, you got the big one on the top, and then you have the 2 on the sides. Definitely does its job. We're using standard range ammo from Staccato right now, and it's very flat. It goes hand in hand. No issues with the ammo. We put a lot of rounds through it so far, and really, really liking it. So we're curious to see how it stacks up against the XC that we have. We have a C3.6, and then we also have the Limcat custom concealed comp as well. All right, I have the C3.6 on my hands. We're gonna see how this stacks up to the C4X. Here we go. There we go again. Little hang up there. I did that in 1.78. We're going 2 rounds on each target. Here we go. All right, 1.75. Split was about 1.6. All alphas on target. The C4X definitely still has the advantage. The compensator on that C4X really does its job, but it's no slouch for the C3.6. It's still a flat shooting gun, but with the added compensator on the C4X, definitely has the advantage on that particular model. But again, this is still no slouch. The C4X definitely has a little bit of an edge. Let's test out some other guns. All right, guys, I got the XC here. This is going to be Staccato's flagship model's full-size gun. We're going to see how it compares to the C4X. Same thing. We're going to start low ready, 2 rounds on each target, and see how fast we can do this. All right, a little bit of a hang up. That was me. 1.71. We're going to try it again. Here we go. .55, 16 splits. We'll go again. Here we go. .67. So the C4X definitely holds its weight against the XC. It's pretty close. It's really close. It's pretty close. I mean, I can't say good enough things about the C4X compared to the XC. I like the grip obviously better on the XC because it's a long full-size gun, but for what the C4X is designed for in terms of concealed carry, you know, it shoots, in my opinion, better than the XC. But just slightly, you know, it's pretty close. But again, C4X came out on top in my opinion. So that's the XC. We're gonna test it against the Limcat next. All right, guys, we got the Limcat concealed comp. This one's going to be almost identical to the Staccato. The only difference is that it's going to have a metal grip on here. This one has an island barrel instead, but it's still a compensator, both a 4-inch. Both are actually outfitted with the Surefire X C3 and then the Turgicon RMR. We're going to run through the same thing, 2 rounds on each target. We'll see how this performs. All right, here we go. All right, that 1.67, 15 split. Run it again. All right, 159, 16 split. Here we go. Run it again. All right, 1.68, 16 split. So both guns are pretty close. The weight on the Limcat obviously is going to be a heavier gun, so it's going to be a little bit flatter shooting, but the price point on this guy, it's going to be way more expensive, especially this model because it has the island barrel. I believe these are about 7,000 or so for this Limcat. It's going to be way more expensive than the C4X, but the C4X is very close. This one's a little bit heavier. But shooting is very similar. I would give the advantage to this one a little bit, but the C4X, again, is, for the price point, you can't beat it, all right? The last one I saved for you, we're going to run it against my own personal gun, the EMG Custom, my full-on race gun that I use for competition in open division. We're going to see how that compares to the C4X. All right, guys, for shits and giggles, we're going to try the C4X compared to my personal race gun, EMG Customs. It's a full-on race gun, so we're going to see how this goes. This is chambered in 38 Super Comp, and yeah, we'll do the same drill. Low ready, 2 rounds on each target. Here we go. .39, 14 splits, all alphas. We're gonna go back again. Here we go. All right, 1.38, 13 splits on that one. So obviously, full-on race gun, a lot flatter. The weight is heavier. Obviously, this is not designed for concealed carry, but it shows how the C4X is pretty close in terms of flatness, all right, for its size. And it's designed as a concealed carry gun, but it's still hanging with these full-size guns, the EMG here, and then the XC. Other thing to know on this EMG, there are so many popple holes on here. There's 3 popple holes here, and 2 really large ports on this compensator. So it really helps with the recoil. But again, the C4X really holds its weight against this. And then the price point. Obviously, this is going to be about a $10,000, $11,000 gun comparing to the C4X, which is only at $3,900 roughly. But it still hangs in there. It's pretty flat, you know. I'd be lying if I said that it's flatter than the open gun, which it's not. But it hangs in there. And it's, for the price point, you know, you can't beat it. We will be stocking the C4Xs here at Iron Mike's Guns. So definitely give those guys a shout if you want to put in your order. They're going to sell really fast, and hope you guys enjoy the video.